Let's talk about something that's at the core of personal transformation. When I say, when you confront your own shadow, you unveil your inner light. What does that really mean? It's one of those phrases that sounds profound, but beneath it lies a deep truth about how we grow, heal, and evolve. The shadow in this context refers to the parts of yourself that you've hidden, repressed, or rejected. The darker and more uncomfortable aspects of who we are, fears, insecurities, traumas, and unresolved emotions we don't like to acknowledge. They're the parts of us we'd rather not face because they challenge the image we have of ourselves, or they bring up pain we haven't dealt with. But just because we bury them doesn't mean they go away. In fact, the more we ignore our shadows, the more they control us from behind the scenes. So when I say you need to confront your shadow, it means you have to shine a light on these hidden parts of yourself. You have to look at the parts of your psyche that you've been avoiding, the pain, the guilt, the shame, the parts of you that react out of fear or anger. It's uncomfortable work, but it's necessary because until you face these aspects of yourself, they remain in the dark and they limit your growth. They keep you stuck in patterns you may not even realize you're repeating. And here's the paradox. And this is where the unveiling of your inner light comes in. When you confront your shadow, you're not just uncovering the parts of you that are bad or negative. What you're really doing is integrating these parts, accepting them as a part of you. And in that process, you begin to reveal your inner strength, your resilience, and ultimately your inner light. Think of it like this. The light and the dark within you aren't separate. They're two sides of the same coin. Your inner light, the part of you that's compassionate, wise, and creative, doesn't shine fully until you've embraced your shadow. When you deny your shadow, you deny a part of yourself, and that denial dims your inner light. But when you confront the parts of yourself that you've hidden away, you start to heal. As you heal, you naturally uncover the deeper, more radiant parts of your being. By confronting your shadow, you become whole. And it's in that wholeness that your inner light, the essence of who you truly are, begins to shine brighter. This light isn't about perfection or positivity all the time. It's about authenticity, being real with yourself, accepting the full spectrum of who you are and allowing both your strengths and your wounds to coexist. It's important to understand that your shadow isn't something to fear or avoid. It's a teacher. When you confront it, you learn about yourself on a deeper level. You begin to see why you've made certain choices in your life, why you react to certain situations the way you do. And in that understanding, you gain wisdom. You begin to realize that the things you thought your weaknesses are actually pathways to your greatest strengths. For example, maybe you have a fear of failure that's kept you from taking risks in life. That fear is part of your shadow. When you sit with it and explore where it comes from, maybe from past experiences or limiting beliefs, you begin to understand it. As you understand it, you start to release its hold on you. You become more willing to take risks because you've integrated that fear into your awareness, rather than letting it control you from the shadows. Often we're hardest on ourselves for the things we hide. We judge ourselves for our perceived flaws or mistakes. But when you confront your own shadow, you're forced to practice compassion toward yourself. You start to see that you've been doing the best you could do with what you knew at the time. And as you soften toward yourself, as you bring those darker aspects into the light, you begin to heal. And here's the real magic. When you confront your own shadow and unveil your inner light, you also change the way you interact with the world. You become more empathetic, more compassionate, because you've done the work within yourself. You understand that everyone is dealing with their own shadows. And this brings connection and understanding. Your relationships improve, your confidence grows, and you move through life with a deeper sense of purpose and clarity. This isn't a one-time event either. It's a lifelong process. There will always be new layers to uncover, new aspects of yourself to integrate. But every time you do this work, you bring more light into your life. And that light has a ripple effect. It touches every aspect of your being, from your inner peace to your outer interactions. So when I say when you confront your own shadow, you unveil your inner light, talking about the process of becoming whole, embracing all of who you are, both the light and the dark, and finding the beauty, strength, and wisdom that comes from that integration. Humanfluence out.